What's going on, guys? I'm Nick Conti, and in this video, we're gonna go over the pros and the cons of trading. Everyone talks about this one pro. We already know what I'm about to say, but it's the freedom. The freedom to be able to act on your own volition, to be able to do whatever you want to do after you're done with your trading day. Just in and of itself, to be able to live off trading income, that right there is awesome. You don't have to take orders from anyone. You don't have to, if you're living off trading, you don't have to go to any business meetings. You don't have to do anything you don't really want to do after you're done with your trading day if you're able to make your living income solely based off of trading. This feels like a dream. Like, it doesn't even feel like it's really possible, especially when you've been trading for a while. You question if it's even real or if it's just gurus marketing to you to sell you their courses and discords. It's real. I mean, you've seen the countless testimonies of people that have been able to live off their trading income, that are able to buy a car or a house or pay off their bills or the mortgage. It's a very powerful thing. Now, the only way to really get rich off of trading, like rich, is to go heavier in your size. Like having a small account and hoping to turn like 25K into 3 million in a year. That's like almost pretty impossible. And it is not impossible, but it depends on how the market is that year. Like if the market's like relatively choppy, grindy all year, it's going to be tough to be able to get that type of return on that investment. And that's with having pretty much every trade go in your favor. Like you were just on it with the market. This is a pro that I feel like isn't talked about enough. The person you become in the process. I mean, when it comes to guys like Jay Dunn, newer kid on the block, Johnny Options, like these dudes, I just watched their interview. It was pretty good. Like these guys, they were big on smoking weed, being degenerate, and all this stuff. And then they get into trading, and then they become these like borderline superhumans with their discipline, with staying on top of their fitness and health and running their businesses. The person you become in the process is honestly, hands down, the best part about trading, in my humble opinion. The person I become with my trading, I mean, I have a lot to improve on. Like, I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, and I probably never will be. But being able to strive to be the best version of yourself, because you have to be in order to be as good at this as you could possibly be. I think that's awesome. I mean, between my discipline, my mindset, with staying positive and seeing how that reflects into the charts and staying focused, figuring out how I could get better with, I don't know, literally anything in and outside of trading to improve myself as a human being, my health. It's been such a game changer on my life, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Now let's dive into the cons. The cons, it's not as easy as gurus make it out to be. Even if you take their signals, you'll still have a hard time because you might over leverage on their bad trades, and then you go on tilt, and then you or you take a lot of their winning trades, and then you're feeling confident, and then you try to take your own winning trades, and they end up losing a lot of money. Then you take their trades, and then you lose money from their losing trades, and it's just a mess. So you got to be careful there. Most people, they just start out going into more and more debt. They don't try to improve themselves. They don't try to improve the process. They don't try to improve how they could get better as a trader. And the cons speak for themselves with them losing more and more money each year. There's always going to be that one blow up day that blows up the entire account when you're a beginner. It's just how it is, because you don't have the foundation. You didn't experience the fires, and especially if you didn't have a mentor, like you didn't know what not to look out for. You thought that your way was the right way, and then you find out that way was entirely the wrong way, and then you got to regroup and recover from there. So the cons: losing a lot of money in the beginning, or you win a decent amount and then you lose a lot, and then you lose that amount and then plus a lot more, trying to get that amount back, and then trying to get the amount that you lost back, and then you lose even more in the process. And then you realize you got to take a step back, and then you go back to the pros, which is figuring out how to improve yourself so that you can avoid those blow up days in the future. That's super important. So that's a con: losing a lot of money, the depression. A lot of depression comes with losing money, with questioning yourself, questioning if this is even for you. Especially when you're like back against the wall, against all odds, you feel like you have to make this work because you can't really do anything else because you don't have any other skill set besides this. That's a big one. That could be a con or a pro depending on how you look at it. Yeah, the self-doubt, that's a huge part that comes with losing money. Because you're not doubting yourself when you're making money. But when you're losing money and you feel like you're doing the right thing and they just have that one bad day that ruins everything, that makes you really hate yourself more than anything, those are the days that are tough to power through. Like climbing back up that mountain. So many hedge fund managers have been through that process. I mean, if you listen to Bill Ackman's story, watch his interview with Lex Friedman. Yeah, if you think you've been through a lot, look at him. He almost lost his entire hedge fund, was losing billions of dollars. Everyone was against him. His family was going through a divorce. It was just problem after problem after problem with that guy. But he didn't look at where he was and was trying to climb back to that, solely looking at the top. He was just going up and up, step by step, day by day, looking at how he could get 1% better each day, whether it be family, fitness, making improvements at the hedge fund. Anywhere he could get a small win and get a little bit better, that's what helped him get back to where he was and further beyond. So I guess that's kind of diverging from the con into the pro. It's all perspective, guys. There's really no such thing as cons and pros with this. I mean, I guess losing money is always going to be perceived as a con, but if losing that money, you see it as tuition to get better, to get you into the pro category, then it's kind of all pros when you look at it that way. If you're having a hard time in your journey, keep getting better, keep learning, keep educating yourself, keep backtesting, keep journaling, keep practicing being disciplined, practice good habits. And over time, if you just keep doing that and you don't stop, you stay persistent, you're gonna see how far you've come. And your good habits will do a very good job of preventing those blow-up days from happening again. They'll probably still happen from time to time, but as long as you keep implementing good habits, they won't do as much damage to you in the future. Or you'll have that bad day that blows you up. However, you'll be much better set financially than if you were doing that back in the beginning. You'll already have that foundation monetarily, and you'll have it psychologically. You'll be able to bounce back much quicker. You got this, guys. I believe in you. I don't know you at all, but if you're watching this, I believe in you. So I hope you guys like this video. I hope this put everything into perspective for you guys. Just keep getting better, keep grinding, and if you're already doing great and you're watching this video, keep doing what you're doing. Same thing still applies to you, buddy. You gotta keep getting better, always. The journey never ends. Let's get this bread, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. God bless, and stay tuned for the next one. Peace.